Hey guys, welcome to the Reichmanis Lab in 2309. So here's a typical office here in the SMT. We're located on the second floor of SMT. And as you can see, it has room for about 4 people. Everyone has kind of like an extended sort of desk. You know, a very nice view over here. But there's usually 4 people that could go inside an office. But obviously we want to be, cognizant of COVID, so there's only one person at a time during these COVID times. As soon as you enter into lab, we have a reminder, you always have to wear your lab coat and eye protection because safety is always first. So here in the Reichmanis Lab, as you can see, we have 2 main labs, 2309 and 2335, and they both serve 2 different purposes. As soon as you pass this line, make sure to wear your safety goggles and all your lab coats. So the first thing that we have here in Team Hood 1 is a lot of the synthesis that our resident chemist conducts to make solar cells. So this is usually where she does a lot of the workup. You can see she has a column there running to purify a lot of the stuff. So in the Reichmanis Lab, we usually focus on polymer electronics. So we have made 3 main different sort of projects that we do: solar cells, OECTs, and batteries. I'm personally in the battery project. So I'll just kind of show you around all the different facilities. Here you have a Schlick line in the back team hood. So most of this lab, what you usually do is you do a lot of the synthesis, the work up here, and then I'll show you in the other lab where you do a lot of the testing. So you can see there's a lot of things going on because everyone's hard at work. Say hi to the camera, Brian. Hey. Typical spin coater right there. UV ozone. But nothing really fancy, it's just a lot of, the fume hoods, a lot of beakers everywhere, because this is a lot of where we do the actual synthesis. The fun part is actually in the back lab. In 2335 is where we usually test a lot of the things. So as soon as you go in, you have a 2 glove box. Inside one of the glove box is where people work in the OECT project make their OECTs. As you can see, there's 3 different probes over there. So basically, an OECT is an organic OFET, where you essentially are trying to measure, charge transfer curves using this device. One of them is for the ground and the other one is for the positive and negative contact. Then in the other glove box, you have, your spin coater, and this is where a lot of the air sensitive sort of reactions and processes before you go into the transistor glove box go into. You have your typical vacuum ovens in the back. This is where I personally work. This is kind of like the battery station. I literally just finished making some batteries, so it's a little bit messy. But this is basically where we do a lot of the big coating for batteries and things of that sort. This is the battery fume hood, where we do a lot of the processing for all polymer solutions. You can see you have some polymer solutions over there. And as you can see, everything is usually very cluttered during these times when we're making a lot of batteries. This is the battery tester right here. And this is where I test all the different sort of batteries that I have. I have like around 40 batteries running right now. So usually what I do, specifically in the Reichmanis Lab, is basically involving coin cells. So I make these little coin cells. I can show you one right here. And essentially, I test them in the battery tester, subjecting them to different, current and voltage sort of systems to try to see how they perform. My specific research relates to polymer binders inside the batteries. So there's a lot of work that that I do a lot in the fume hood, in the glove box over there, as well as the battery tester. So this is our humble abode. We also have a blade coater for the people who do OECTs, and a microscale to measure out very precise things to the 0.01 milligrams. So I'm glad hope you had a good time looking at the lab, and I hope to see you guys here in Georgia Tech next year.